This time I invite Ethan Levitt and Hall of Famer Glendon Rand to the stage.
Good afternoon. My name is Ethan Levitt, and I'm a senior here at Brewer High School. I am currently a member of the Brewer football and track program. It gives me great pleasure to tell you about Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Bill Potro. Coach Potro was the head coach of the cross-country team from 1975 Coach Potro was the head coach of the cross-country team from 1975 to 1981, where he transformed a small program of 13 runners into a championship squad of 67 athletes, dubbed the beloved Orange Crush Racing Team. Known for his enthusiastic recruiting style, Coach Potro knew every athlete had potential and coached it out of them while emphasizing having fun and working hard. By his second season, the boys team finished in second place of the Class A regional match and qualified for the state meet. By 1977, for the first time in school history, there was a full girls cross-country team. The girls team qualified for state in only their second year of existence. His teams quickly went from qualifying for the state meet to competing for championships. In 1978, the boys finished fourth, just 11 points out of first place. The following season, the boys won the Eastern Maine regional meet, and the girls were runner-up. At states, both teams took home second place, with the boys just 6 points away from the win. In 1980, the girls team was a force. This squad won the regional and state championship, securing them as the first girls team in Brewer High School history to be named state champions. They repeated back-to-back regional and state titles in 1981. The girls team of 1980 and 81 were inducted into our Hall of Fame class of 2019. In his last season as coach, the boys won the regional meet and finished fourth at states. Aside from the historic victories of his runners, his athletes reflect on an unparalleled passion for coaching and running that led to a legendary student-athlete experience. At this time, I'm honored to introduce Glendon Rand, class of 2023 Hall of Fame inductee, to present Coach Bill Potro for induction into the Brewer Athletic Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Ethan. Orange up front. Fellas, I found a little hill for you to run up, Copeland Hill. Good enough is never enough. Don't assume or you'll make an out of you and me. 25 cents in potential will only buy you a cup of coffee. One hand washes the other. Have you thanked a green plant today? Never, ever, ever give up. Go Orange Crush. These are just a few of the memorable maxims of the supremely quotable and immensely motivational Bill Potro. Mr. Potro. My cross-country coach and biology teacher at Brewer High School in the late 1970s. That time frame just happened to coincide with a distance running boom in the United States, brought on by the 72 Olympic gold medal in the marathon by Frank Shorter, and the best-selling book, The Complete Book of Running, by James Fix in 1977. It seemed like everyone was jogging for the physical and psychological benefits of long-distance running. It was in this stew of sweat and tired legs and short shorts and tube socks that Coach Potro started to build a cross-country program that in short order became a force in the fields and woods and trails of the PVC and the state. I wouldn't say that the majority of kids that came out for our team were all that athletic or popular. We tended to be gawky in appearance, possess slightly peculiar senses of humor, never varied from our t-shirt and jeans wardrobe, had lingering memories of being rejected by ball sports, and were mostly anonymous faces among the 1,200 students roaming the halls of Brewer High. Bill set out to make a family of us with a common sense of purpose by instilling the ethics of hard work, constantly seeking self-improvement, and above all, being there and caring for each other. We had found a home. It's just the truth that running 5 or 10 or more miles a day and then racing 3 miles over hill and dale is not a pleasurable experience, especially in the beginning when you're just getting into shape. Bill made our practices fun to the point where at the end of a workout, you had the sudden realization that you had just accomplished something that you had thought impossible just an hour before. The realization that I could push my body to do almost anything, feeling the power in my lungs, in my heart, in my legs when I was running hard, that I could simultaneously feel as hard as a diamond and weary beyond comprehension. I found all of this profoundly affirming and life-changing. To me and my teammates, running cross country became an inseparable part of our lives. We couldn't get enough of it. We went to Coach's home in Winterport on Saturdays and ran up and down Mount Waldo. We ran road races on Sundays where we mingled with adult runners who took an interest in us and encouraged us. Bill took us to the Boston Marathon every April, where we strategically placed ourselves at the 20-mile mark on Heartbreak Hill to cheer on the runners. Many of us ran in college and then became lifelong runners and then encouraged our own children to become runners. Were we successful? You've already heard about the conference, regional, and state titles. Everyone knew who the Orange Crush racing team was. What was unique about Bill is that he truly believed that winning was overemphasized in high school sports. I don't remember him ever talking about winning or being disappointed in us when we didn't finish first. Yes, he was certainly proud of us when we won a meet and brought home a trophy, but his focus was on improvement and running up to your potential. He understood that numbers were important and was constantly encouraging new students to join our team, even going so far as setting up a recruiting booth in the cafeteria at lunch and visiting area middle schools to share the exploits of our team. The competition to be one of the varsity 7 was fierce, but much of the prestige went to our dominating JV program that won many meets with a perfect score. My senior year, we had 62 runners out for the team, more than even the football team. Family was also central to Bill's philosophy. He found ways for our parents, grandparents, and siblings to feel welcomed and involved in our team. I even remember my parents and sisters coming on one of our Boston Marathon trips. Most of all, the relationship between Bill and his wife, Brenda, was a model of love and support. Whenever you saw them together, you felt that you were witnessing a special bond that was uncommon. The only thing that was a bit questionable was Bill's ability to talk Brenda into typing up all of his biology exams for his classes. But I must admit, when I was Bill's student teacher, I may have taken advantage of that situation once or twice. And we were all thrilled and happy for Bill and Brenda when they welcomed their son Dan into their lives, and we had the opportunity to watch him grow up and see the pride that they have in him. Like a meteor that streaks across the sky, Bill's 7-year tenure as Brewer High's cross-country coach burned bright, but ended in what seemed like the blink of an eye. But it struck at just the right time and with enough heat to leave a legacy that continues to this day. For the students who ran for him, our time on the team is looked back on with the fondest of memories. For those who came after, the legend of the Orange Crush continued to fuel teams to their own successes. Coach, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of those who are here to celebrate with you, congratulations on your most deserving induction into the Brewer Athletic Hall of Fame.
I'm just curious, how many of you people out here graduated from Brewer High School? Could you see a show of hands? Hello, Brewer witches. I feel at home. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Dan O'Connell and the members of the Brewer Athletic Hall of Fame Committee. The honor of this induction means a great deal to me and those who are involved with our cross-country program. The recognition and induction is for all of us. Special thanks to Kate Cahill, Glenn Holyoke, and Glendon Rand for all the work on my behalf. You too, Ethan. As with most things in my life, this distinction would not have been possible without the love, support, and encouragement from my wonderful wife, Brenda. She and my son, Daniel, are my everything and always will be. Brewer High School is a special, special place. As a faculty, we supported and trusted each other to the fullest. The atmosphere of family and group support carried over to our cross-country team. Every single cross-country runner was important to our success. We cared for each other and we ran for each other. The most important thing to us was running together, having success as a team, and having fun while we were doing it. We had strong and unwavering support from the families of our runners. The Rands, the Holyokes, the Loisels, the Steeles, the Bros, and the Frasers, along with many, many others, were always there for us. When I think about our program, I vividly recall the back-to-back state championships of '80 and '81 won by our girls' team. Every runner in our program had a part in these victories. Winning in championships were important, but no more important than the lifelong friendships that developed, the smiles on kids' faces, and the memories of all the fun we had. The state meet cookies, the yearly trips to the Boston Marathon, to cheer on the greatest runners in the world, and my wife, Brenda. I can remember sitting in room 34, waiting for the bell to ring, because then we could start practice. Practice is where the kids built character and confidence that led to championships. We would assemble in front of the school on the oval and stretch and do exercises before we ran. There may have been a few schools that worked as hard as we did, but none worked harder. Repeats around Doyle Field and up Copeland Hill, Waldo Mountain in Winterport, and carriage trails in Acadia National Park were a few of our more memorable workouts. What running means to each individual is unique and personal. None of us run as fast as we did in the days of the Orange Crush racing teams, but most of us at least try to maintain a connection to our running days. When is the last time that you folks out there, laced up a pair of sneakers to go for a run or a hike or a walk? I truly believe that our cross-country years helped to develop a commitment towards overall health and fitness for life. One of our running family has had a special relationship with health and fitness. Tom Williams was diagnosed with heart failure and received a heart transplant in 2024, July the 4th. After lying in a hospital bed for 15 weeks, he was able to draw on the fortitude he in part developed by running cross country to first survive, then recuperate, and slowly build back his running stamina to where he was able to complete the Labor Day 5-mile race this year. Congratulations, Tommy. The heart transplant saved Tom's life. If you would like information about being a donor, you could contact online the New England Organ Services. When I close my eyes and think about Brewer Cross Country, as I just did, I see all orange up front coming out of the woods at the University of Maine course. It was a beautiful thing. I see 60 to 70 kids laughing and smiling and having fun doing what they love to do. Our slogans were simple. Run together, run hard, be tireless, up front where you belong, off the line, wire to wire, never, ever, ever give up, and have fun. Go Orange Crush, go Brewer High School. Thank you very much.